We are now live with MacLeod's Table. Yes, and welcome to MacLeod's Table. Right here we have Cam, and I am MacLeod. Today we have this. We have what?
A special guest.
See, that's why I have him, because he is the man with all the knowledge, all the information. Cam MacLeod. So, as
the
we
time traveler.
yes, so we are about to get started here. Let's pull up our guest who we're going to be interviewing today is this man has performed all across the country. He has been in music since he was a knee high to a grasshopper, and he's actually a pretty darn good musician. Has a lot of music out there, also has many music videos. So if you can give a warm welcome to Azazus. What is going on? What's popping here?
Man, not much, man. Just sit, soak in some of your presence. Hopefully, I can reflect some of that back and give these people something to tune into.
All right. Oh, where'd he go here? We're having a little technical difficulties. There we go. All right. So, before we get started, there is a video that came out that we both like a lot. That's pretty innovative. Looks like almost like Street Fighter game. Can you tell us a little bit about this video before I run the clip?
Yeah, to give everybody a little synopsis of this video, the title of the video is It's a Crit, which is short for It's a Critical Hit. It's a gamer/anime reference. And the video itself, if people can't tell from looking at it, this whole universe that I made up is inside of a video game, but it's a shonen anime universe. And it's basically about a protagonist sticking up for, the little guys and etc. But hopefully you guys enjoy this short version. If you enjoy the short version, you can go back and check out the full version and get the whole storyline.
All right. Mr. Cam, are you ready to check this out?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a crit. Boy, don't get me charged up, cause you just might get hit. No Nintendo, but keep talking and your shoulders can get switched. Try to get my sexy juice on when I hop in the fit. It's a crit, it's a crit. I just hit my broski, man, lil' broski too legit. Yeah, I'm grown, but I'm still an Afro baby, it's the kid. You ain't on my level, my ninja, so no offense. Fam, you can't slide it, I'ma touch it, this intense. You can skip the class scene, but I'ma make a movie. Doing it like you knew me. I'm a bowler, you ain't got enough badges to move me. Usually I put my heart in the cause like I'm Yugi. You'll see, I'm evolving and evolved in the store that may have some problems, and you gon' watch me solve them. I'm evolving and evolved in the store that may have some problems, and you gon' watch me solve them. It's a crit. Boy, don't get me charged up, cause you just might get hit. No Nintendo, but keep talking and your shoulders can get switched. Try to get my sexy juice on when I hop in the fit. It's a crit, it's a crit. Boy, don't get me charged up, cause you just might get hit. No Nintendo, but keep talking and your shoulders can get switched. Try to get my sexy juice on when I hop in the fit. It's a crit, it's a crit. Oh, it's a crit, yeah. 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 Azazus.
Oh, yeah. Now, that was the jam there. Really enjoyed that. Who was the director on that?
John Green Ranger Eagle. He's the same director that was behind my Reaper music video and my OnlyFans music video.
Okay. All right.
What type of coat were you wearing there? Looked like a Death Note coat.
Oh man, I'm glad you asked that. So to give a little very brief story behind that, that was not the original transformation outfit that I was gonna wear for my hero that I had made up in the universe. I was gonna come up with like a basic, jumpsuit type superhero thing. But then some Facebook friends found like this black cosplay of the god Zeus, and it was just like, hey man, it would be really cool if you could recreate this whole Zeus cosplay. And so I basically took the concept of Zeus and made like my own gothic version of that. And instead of putting on like a Greek cape, I kept researching and I found out that like this little throw that you have like over your chest and shoulders, that's like a gothic version of a cape. And so my cosplay friend Verglass Prince, he went to a craft store and bought like 3 big bags of black feathers, and he handcrafted that gothic cape for me.
Yeah, that was awesome. And
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead and kick off this interview here. We're going to get it started with Mr. Cam the Man.
Okay. Like for that song, did you like sing in the shower for that? And then just said, that's a good sound?
Well, the funny story behind this song, it originally wasn't even a part of my catalog. It was a song that I got hired to create from one of my clients. They have a live stream gaming channel on YouTube, and they noticed what was popular amongst all these YouTubers is they all had like their own custom intro music or like a theme song. And they're just like, hey man, so hey Kaylee. Special guest number 2. But yeah, they was just like, hey man, like we got this gaming channel. It's about anime, it's about games. This is like the plot of it. Can you come up with like a brief intro song for it? And I just stayed up one night and kept writing, and that song was the product of everything that they gave me.
Okay. All right, we just had a guest join us here. Kaylee, how do you know Mr. Azazus there? Uh-oh. We don't have audio for Kaylee. No audio.
We'll get it
there.
figured out.
Okay. All right. Well, we're waiting for guests to come back there. Go ahead, Cameron. Were there questions you want to ask?
Yeah. How did you just... No. Like, how many tries did it take you to do all that?
I won't lie and say there was a whole take. There was most definitely a bunch of punch-ins, but I think I got the whole track recorded within like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then it took me like another hour and a half to blend my vocals and mix it into that instrumental. But I had completed the whole song within like maybe 4 hours one night, including the whole writing process. But yeah.
So, what music do you typically create?
I'm primarily a contributor to like the hip hop genre, but I do kind of step into like indie pop sometimes. And I actually just got featured on a rock and roll song with a band called Genarchy. So those are like my 3 main genres as of now. Yeah.
Questions?
Got a bunch there.
What was the first song you did?
First song that I did. That is a very good question. I honestly don't remember, because I've went through like so many phases of music and so many different artist names. I'll give you this instead. My first official song that like hit the radio was a song that was titled Sky High, and that premiered on 93 BLX in the Gulf Coast area of the United States.
Okay. Well, what is your most useless talent do you have?
I would say my critical thinking and ability to take a small situation and turn it into something creative. Because majority of everything that I do, like aside from the beat making, like I do have a few songs that I made to beat myself, but everything else that you guys see is like all me. You know, the music being blended together, the music publishing, the marketing, like pretty much just that's all for my critical thinking.
Okay. If your music wasn't working out, would you well, where would you be right now?
Where would I be right now? That would be a good question because I get crazy anxiety like just in a regular 9 to 5 environment. So I'm pretty sure I would still be involved with something like entertainment wise, maybe probably behind the scenes, you know, managing somebody or trying out acting or something like that, or maybe even cinematography with like filmmaking and stuff like that.
Hmm. Do you have anything upcoming?
Yeah, I have a new song titled Say Something that I'm in the process of making, and that's going to drop on my birthday, January 14th. It's going to be my first 2021 track. So, yeah.
What's the best advice you have ever been given?
Best advice, I would have to say, is invest my money wisely because I can get a lot of advice from different people, but I would prefer to like talk to the people that's actually out there, you know, making moves and actually saving up a lot of money because obviously they know the plan to get the stuff done because they're there right now. And so, yeah, most definitely save money and invest wisely.
Okay. So, what's next for you after this?
What's next for me? Do you mean as of like this year or just like my next move?
Yeah, what's your next move?
My next move would be to figure out where I stand in this whole pandemic. Because honestly, my plan this year was to put out more music that women would enjoy, and in return try to get like more shows. But of course, the pandemic messed that up, and so I'm gonna go into 2021 with that same goal, hoping that you know once this pandemic kind of disperses, I could tackle that goal again and try to get like more live events and just appeal to more women. So, yeah.
Hmm. So, after all this goes great, what are you gonna do?
Uh, I'm gonna expand into many different business ventures because, like, unlike a lot of different artists, my goal isn't to just like be great at rap. I want to use rap to get my name out there and get the money and exploring other different, you know, business ventures like maybe buying buildings, getting into real estate, getting into acting, you know, investing in some kids, you know, do my own scholarships. Like that's where my mind is. It's way past the whole music career.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
That's a good goal.
No, I did hear something about you buying your brother his own Popeye so he didn't have to wait for him to open up.
Oh man,
You
you
know,
make that
so
happen.
that's just great. His own Popeyes, and you know maybe Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid
Yeah,
Factory.
there'll be something.
Yeah. So we have another guest who joined us. How do you know Azazus?
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So me and Azazus actually know each other from college, but now we're kind of in the same industry. So I conduct artist interviews, so we kind of like balance each other out in a lot of ways.
Oh wow. So you see this little young man getting started with his interview career here.
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
Yeah. But so with what you do, you work with all sorts of different artists in the industry as well in your area.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And when you look at artists such as Azazus, I mean, I looked at he has quite a library of different styles within his style, you know, and you know videos. So, what do you think about this artist here?
I think that especially in the city that we're in right now, he's probably like one of the most talented artists. Especially knowing him like from a personal background until now, it's like a 360 like turnaround. So it's been an honor to like watch him grow and succeed in a lot of different things. He definitely markets himself completely different than a lot of the artists around here. which he's gonna like blow up a lot faster, and he actually has. So we're excited to keep continuing.
Yeah. So with this pandemic and everything that's going on, how has that affected the way that you guys market and promote?
I think that like a lot of the online marketing has been something that we've utilized heavily. I know Azazus has like utilized TikTok a lot. That's something that has gained him a lot of traction recently. But like speaking for the industry as a whole, I think that the online presence has made up for a lot of the physical lack of physical presence.
So do you see within the next year as we go into 2021, when venues start opening back up, do you think people are going to be hungry for live entertainment and be going out to do the live thing, or do you think that things have changed so much that people are now more evolved to watching on the net?
No, I think that the physical appearance is definitely still like very vital, especially in the industry that we're in. Like if you go downtown, the clubs are starting to open and there's like hundreds and hundreds of people in line waiting. So people are like waiting to get out. They don't want to necessarily be in the show forever. So I know that once all this is done and over with, people are going to be excited and ready to explore out of their homes.
Wow. And Azazus, I have a question for you. I was looking through some of your bio and things, and I see you have performed as far away as Alaska. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience performing up in Alaska on local TV?
It was different, I'll say that much. Like the time difference, I thought I had time to rest, but like 30 minutes later, it was just like, nope, time to head to the station. 4:30 in the morning, 4:30 a.m. I was like, oh man. But it was most definitely like intriguing though, because the staff was diligent with everything. They gave me a little earpiece and all that stuff to connect with, and that was my first time performing with that. And it was just weird because I felt like I was boxed in too, because they had like this little what's the right word, box marking, and it's just like, yeah, don't step outside of this box, look in this direction, and keep it a firm volume. And I don't know, it was dope though. It was dope.
Yeah. Well, I just want to let you both know that we really appreciate you coming on the show today and giving us the opportunity to interview. Do you have any other questions, Mr. Cameron?
Yeah, what was your least favorite verse in that song?
Considering that song only had one verse, I would say I don't think there was a spot that I didn't like the most, to be honest. Because like every single line within that song was almost like a shout out to a certain anime show that was big in like the 90s and 2000 babies whole childhood, or like a video game that like just everybody loved. So yeah.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I like that song. Had me up bouncing, you know.
Hey.
I'm gonna go throw myself on a cape and do some superhero crime fighting, you know. Not again. Yeah. I mean, just the beat is contagious, you know, and the lines in that, you know, find yourself, whoa, hey, wait a minute now, you know.
Hey.
So you know you got something special when it makes you start moving when you don't feel like moving.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So as we progress here on the show, this is our first test drive show here as we work out some of the kinks. Like to have you guys back on, you know, talk a little bit more about, you know, what's happening down there in the Florida music scene. And hey, are all the businesses closed right now there, like the restaurants and stuff like that, or can you go to restaurants?
No, you can go to restaurants.
Okay, because where we're at, they're starting to shut things down for takeout only, you know.
It was like that for a long time. They're actually talking about shutting down everything all over again, like for a cleanse, I guess, period. But really, they shouldn't have opened everything up to begin with. But, you know.
Yeah. And Popeyes has lost so much money that they have gone to, chicken legs used to be like regular size chicken. They're like this little drumettes, more breading than chicken. So, all right, well, we appreciate.
How often do you eat at Popeyes?
Huh?
How often do you eat at Popeyes?
It's maybe once a month. But
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're signing off. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you so much.